Biggie. Biggie. Biggie.
What up?
Oh, well, we went straight to being live. Shit.
Yeah, man.
No fucking around.
I'm in
No,
the
how do you do?
I can't stream in my bedroom, so I'm sneaking in the kitchen. So if Melody comes in here beat my ass, I'm just gonna hop off.
Boom, baby.
I didn't say nothing to her, but she's in there good right now.
No, I get it. That's the bedroom, man. You can't mess with that.
I ain't fucking with her yet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 11 people already in the top 15. Sending lists. Got 11, and I haven't reached out to a bunch of people yet.
I'm obviously the early front runner, right?
Yeah, you're number one so far.
Yeah.
I added 2 categories, which I titled the video. It's most improved and pickup of the year. So anybody that collects comics can get in. You don't have to have the most expensive comics.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. Instead of doing like a top 15, maybe having like 15 different categories, or where you have like biggest pickup of the year, most pickups of the year. You can give like a dud of the year, like who fell off the most of the year.
Yeah, I was talking to my mom, and I said people are like, "Oh, so it's just financial. It's just about who has the most money." And I was like, "Well, I guess. I mean, that's how I guess it should be." And she's like, "Well, you should do a most improved." I said, "You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna do what my mom says. I'm a good son, so that's what I'm gonna do."
Yeah, you could do like 10 categories. I'm taking over your show now. I'm now writing it, producing it, directing it.
I mean, I'm doing this. It's gonna be a lot of fuck. You know how long these fucking lists are? I'm getting.
No, but so that's where I'm at. Like, if you do like 10 categories, you can have a winner and a runner up for each category. So you're still highlighting multiple people. Yeah, dude, I like my idea, dude.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro. You could join me on the show, and you can do your fucking thing, man. You can tell me whatever you want to do, bro.
Hey, did anyone pop in yet?
We got GT. I sent a couple links out.
GT.
Matt and Bleeker and
Who that?
Yeah. I'm trying to find Knights of Old tag so I can let him know what's going on, because he's always a big dog.
Yeah, he's always got books cooking.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing manga. I don't know much about it, but I could learn.
Yeah, Biggie, when he told me he was doing this list, I was like, oh, 2024. Like, I knew I wasn't going to be in the running. But then I was like, man, what did I pick up this year? And I looked, and I was like, oh, shit, I got 5 books.
Yeah, I know too.
And one of them I love. It's a real freaking banger. But yeah, man, I don't have much to show for my 2024.
Yeah, we could do a list, or we could do a list of people that have gotten way less than they used to get.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
That'd be me too,
dude. If you looked at my it was either 2019 or 2020. Like, I did like a top 10 pickups of the year for myself that year. That list was just humping.
Yeah.
Like this.
I know. Send
Yeah.
me favorite books you got last 2 years. I'm messaging nights.
Oh, I should have 23 in there too.
20 from 2023 to 2024. I got a message, Bubs, Night Tiger, Matt, Dope, and DS still.
Yeah, my 20 my 23 24 list looks a lot better than just my 24 list. I'll have to send my the rest of my list when we get done here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might do better than you think.
I'm still not gonna be number one. I had 15 books that I got in 23,
Mm.
but I was chipping away at the old collection that I'm working on. So it was a targeted, focused uh 15 books.
Hmm.
Dude, that was the problem, dude. I'd gotten so many books to my collection that like I wound up having to like basically just give them away to a comic book store. Like I had too many books. Like I gave them like several long boxes for very, very, very um very, very little amount of money. And they weren't worth much either. Hey, Legend.
What's up?
Um but yeah, it made me really learn that like I gotta chill out and buying books. I can't go and buy, 15 books every Wednesday,
Oh, I know. We used to get a lot of new comic book day stuff and all that shit. Yeah.
And I still like New Comic Book Day. Like I'm not like shitting on it. It just it 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 put too much in my collection,
Yeah,
and
but
and I didn't, and I'm not good at selling books. Like I've sold a few books here and there, but like I'm not into like selling buying a book for $4 and selling it for $6. Like that's not. I never get into that.
yeah.
Hey, Hyper.
Yeah,
Man, I
I
haven't heard from
have
Hyper in a while.
I just kicked myself out. That's smart. I don't have
It
no
happens.
I don't have no fucking audio shit. There we go. That's a little better.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
I hear you. I just wanted an audio avatar.
Ah, gotcha.
There we go. Who dat?
What's up?
We're talking about the 23-24 list.
Yeah, who dat's list
Uh,
is crazy.
Well, can I do one thing, Biggie?
You can do three things, man. No problem.
I'll do a couple things after this, but if you can make me big for a second, because I want to promote something. So today is my daughter's birthday. So
Yay!
I was doing something special because I'm doing a super chat giveaway, channel member giveaway, right? And one person is going to win all of these books. You got the first appearance of Arcade, first Captain Britain, you got the first Nova, you got the first Mockingbird, you got the first Jubilee, you got the first Binary, and another big boy Slab. You got the first full appearance of him, Adam Warlock. So what I'm doing today, and today only because this is a birthday, if somebody sends a cash app, you're gonna get every dollar you get a spot. And I'm not gonna collect that. It's gonna go to my daughter as a gift. But you still get the entries in. So every dollar gets an entry. I normally do $2 an entry, stuff like that, but every dollar gets an entry. The money's going to go to her as a gift and an added bonus because we already reached the goal. I said if we reach $50, we're going to get another raw book key to add. So we already reached that goal. So another key book Raw is going to be added to this lot. So
Be right back.
shout out,
Be right back.
So I just wanted to do that. Give her a little props. Happy birthday, and then I could show Biggie since we're live. He talking about some of the top 15. I don't know what they talked about so far. I recommend everybody doing a video, then sending Biggie the video. That's what I recommend. If you could do a video on your phone, you know what you got on Instagram. If you don't do YouTube, or you could do a YouTube video. That's what I recommend for the top 15. Because I just realized I was sending Biggie pictures, and I'm like, hey, I could do a video. I'm gonna try to do a video. I already sent Biggie a lot of my stuff, but what I want to share is, since he's doing last year and this year, what are you going to end it in a month or?
Yeah, that'll be it. Oh, yeah, end of July.
End of July. So, like I said, last year, all the way up until the end of July, you can do videos. I recommend video. Pictures will probably help, but videos, and you can explain the books, because I'm gonna get a little head start. I think I deserve top 5, but that's up to Biggie. He's gonna make the rules. But I'm gonna show him some highlights from last year right now. So it's gonna be on the video. So here we go.
Damn.
We got the first appearance of Elektra in a 9.8.
You're going to scare everybody off, who that? Careful, man.
No. Because I don't think I'm going to be top 3, because I know some of the people who, if they submit themselves, they're going to be top 3. I'm just fighting to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
This is me, because I know some of the people who do videos and who shows.
You're a fire top 5 collector, though. I'm pretty sure.
This is a 9.8. A lot of people might not know, but this is the first appearance, I believe, first full appearance of Mystique. This is the book you want to get if you want the first Mystique. Miss Marvel 18 in a 9.8. I actually have the whole set, Big. I didn't want to bore everybody with the whole set, but I have her first cameo, her second cameo, in this first full appearance, all 9.8s. I got all that last year. Got it at a deal. Also, old label, first appearance of Spider-Woman in a 9.8. That is origin and first appearance of Spider-Woman Jessica Drew. So those are some of the highlights of last year. I got more I could show.
I know you do.
I got more that's sitting next to me. I got this last year from what's her name? I can't think of her name.
Nerdy Girl?
Nerdy Girl, yeah.
Damn, how did I know that?
Because I showed it before.
Okay.
I showed it before, but this is stuff that you can. That's why I'm trying to give people hints to do a video. Showing the stuff that you got in the last basically year and a half. This is the first appearance of Nubia, but it's a 9.2. 9.2.
Hey, go check that Cash App when you get a second.
Uh-oh.
All right. I got to get my book out because I got to write Baki. Baki actually got us to the goal. And like I said, every dollar gets an entry in. All right, what else did I get this year? Oh, did I get? No, last year. I think I got this last year. See, a lot of stuff I got to look back.
Good luck on that.
I'm pretty confident. This is first appearance in origin of Silver Age Star Sapphire. 7.5.
Damn.
The white pages. Like this is stuff I got in 2023.
Yeah.
And some I've shown a lot of stuff either unboxed or on the hunt or a club or something.
My favorite that you showed was the I don't want to give away too much, but that Hawk Girl was my favorite so far, I think.
The first Hawk Girl. Yeah, the first Hawk Girl. But also I'm gonna double check my Comic League purchases because I think I got the first appearance of Zatanna last year.
Oh fuck!
But I gotta check. I want to check my Comic Link stuff. I know I got this last year because I remember.
Let's see.
So this is the first appearance of Sabrina, the teenage witch.
Sabrina, that's right.
And Salem the cat. So her cat and Sabrina in a grade you never see in this book. In a 5.5. So,
That's the big book from the Madhouse run. Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I got her second appearance as well. Got some dirt on this book. Clean it off. But I got a second appearance too last year as well.
Hey, Hyper, you can make the most improved, dude.
Hyper. I'm just doing it because I figure it's easier to do a video. But some of the stuff you mentioned is very good. I didn't get some of the stuff you mentioned on your list. I didn't get some of the stuff you mentioned on the list. So
yeah,
don't count yourself out.
No, don't, dude. For real, send me your list, Hyper.
I know I had the first Batgirl, but I can't. It's in another box. Let's see. But I'll just show those for right now. But that's some of the ones I want to highlight. But I'm like just saying, do a video, share it with Biggie, and that would make it easier because you can show the books and explain what the books are.
I'll tell you what, if you make a video, I'll put it on a playlist, by the way, if you do a YouTube one. But however y'all want to do it, that sounds great.
Yeah, so this is a little recommendation to make Biggie's job easier.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to enter in. You don't have to enter in. I just think it's fun. I like somebody else doing a top list because, the CBA Awards, love it. Happy people could vote. But it's always good to have other, awards, mm-hmm. just like what you got the Oscars, you got the Emmys, you got the Golden Globes, you got all these different. So it's good to have different avenues of awards, So people don't take it seriously. Like you said, it's for fun. This is what he thinks. And does it have to be all big boy books? No, it doesn't have to be. It could be one big boy book. It could be one book. You can say you got one book in 2023, and then you only got another book in this year so far. But if it's like a Hulk one, you might make the top 15. I'm just saying.
Right.
All right, Biggie, I'm committing right now to make you a video.
Oh, good.
Oh, yes. We get the D-Ronk intro. Yes.
I'm gonna edit the fucker and everything. I'm gonna act like I still have a channel.
I'm getting a lot of lists, man. I'm very surprised for just announcing it 3 hours ago. I already got 12 lists, so it's doing good.
Hey, I'm in the top 12 then.
Yeah.
I think it's fun that you're doing it, and I'm happy people are participating. And don't be scared off by other people's books. Like I was telling Hyper, like some of the books you got on your list, I didn't even get. You know what I mean? I didn't get a first Juggernaut. I didn't get what else he said he put on there. I don't see it on my check because it just jumped.
Hyper, first Juggernaut, baby. That's where it's at.
Ooh. Oh, well, let me check. I gotta write people's name down on this list. If anybody does.
First Juggernaut. I'm gonna ride this book for a while here.
Ooh, all right. Let me write D's name. D got some entries. I ain't gonna say what he got. I'm gonna say unless D want to say what he got.
I don't give a shit.
D got 40 entries, guys.
And I don't care if I win either. Like I like that this is going to your daughter. It's a cool little.
I told her. I said because I did the video earlier, and I said people might send later watch the video. I said whatever gets sent by the end of whatever it is, and so even if it goes past that time, I'm it's basically a surprise for and stuff like that, and it's something it's something I thought unique, but it still gives people ways to win some other stuff. So, this is my idea.
Yeah, my favorite part of the top 15 collectors is that it's not a popularity contest. It's basically what you have. It's your PC playing. It ain't your personality. So it's whatever books you got and you kept. There's no need to ask people to vote for you. There's nothing like that. Just there you go.
Just have confidence in you. Collect what you like. Bleeker said it before on the other video. I was watching it actually. I didn't get to finish. I like halfway through, but Bleeker said collect what you love what you collect. But you can still enter. That doesn't mean you didn't collect stuff not to make the list. What if only 14 people enter and you're the 15th person? Guess what? You're gonna make the list automatically.
Yeah, I
You
would
don't
say
know. Like you might not. Like he's not going to tell you that, but that could happen.
Bleeker has a good chance for them other two categories besides the top 15, like most improved and pickup of the year.
Oh yeah,
I'd say AOK's count. You know, if you get it, that Spotlight 5 is going to be tough to beat for pickup of the year.
So what Comic Journey says, it's what you know people have, not necessarily who got the best stuff. And to me, that's Biggie's looking for participation here. Like he's not going to go out and research who has the best stuff. He wants you to tell him what you got. So you're participating, interacting.
And I want to say it's a mixture of the second part. It's not necessary, but it is part of the process.
Oh, hey Matt.
Yeah.
If you find it weird that Alan's not on the list, I find it weird that you don't think he is, because he's absolutely sent me a list. He's definitely sent me a list, and it's very long. So Alan will probably make it.
Yeah, Alan's got a 38% chance of making it on the list.
Yeah, he's got a pretty high chance. Now, Doc, I'm going to talk to Doc on the phone. I'm going to see if he even wants to compete, because he's already told me in the past, like, you don't even have to put me on the list, Biggie. He's pretty much grandfathered the fucking ghost.
Look,
so
I'll say this, and I think a lot of people who know Doc will agree with me on this one. If he doesn't want to be on the list when you talk to him, he has to be an honorary mention. Like he has to be like you know, like he's not on it, but he's really on it. You know what I mean? Like,
he's grandfathered already. He's won the last two, so he's definitely like, you know, the trophy figure. It's like, he's like the Larry O'Brien trophy or whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah, he's the logo of the league.
Yeah.
He's the Jerry West.
It's very easy to be like Tech 27, game over, but we ain't got to do that, you know.
Well,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, he may very well not want to be on the list because he hangs out with a lot of different people, and sometimes like, he likes to show his books, but sometimes, like, you know, like he'll see someone like, hey, I just got my Grail, and it's like a $40 book, and then he's like, yeah, I got mine. It's Batman 1. Like, it's Tech 27. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, you can see that he like restrains a little bit.
Oh, you find it weird Alan isn't on the CBC list? I don't know about that.
I thought he won last year.
He won, yeah, and he promotes the shit out of it. So that's very
I'm pretty sure he has to be on the list. He won last year for best unboxing channel,
right? Which I don't think he's gonna lose that spot. I mean, that guy's.
I was nominated, but I don't unbox, like I unbox a lot of stuff for a normal person, but Alan unboxed a lot of stuff for above normal person. So like he's above normal, but he boxes way more. So it's kind of
and he added Stepo to his unboxings too, so that helps a little bit too. But
he's not. Oh, you just check. He's not on the best unboxing. Do they not? Oh, you can't be entered in after you just won. That's what I want.
Well, that's possible. Maybe they don't like returning winners, or
that would make sense. You know, if you won, like you should have a year off. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could see that.
Because you could get potentially like dude, if Man Cave did a channel where he unboxed all his books, like Doc might just win every year.
It's up for. I mean, okay, it depends on maybe production, because some people might say like DJ Lynx or Who Dat or Rob Fat Stacks, because they have intros and all that stuff. It ain't always about the book.
It ain't gotta be just about slabs. It don't have to be just about the books. Because CJ said critique his collection. CJ, we know you get a lot of sketch cards. That could be, we know this. Biggie knows this. We seen them. We know you got an X-Men 1. we seen that. So, like, you might not want to be critiqued, but it's not going to be critique in a bad way. It's a fun thing.
Hey, CJ, there goes my sketch card.
You'll probably make the list even if you don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I keep an eye on you guys, and I kind of know who to ask, but I don't know everything, And I'm reaching out, and so far nobody said they don't want to be in, so it's been good.
That's a nice sketch card. I do
Hey,
like.
dude, imagine this. I unboxed this out of a pack of cards. Like, I'm the one that got a Scarlet Spider sketch card out of a pack of the Marvel Metal or whatever. Like that was just crazy for me. Like, that could have went in any box.
Somehow I went to D.
Yeah. I keep on to send it in to get graded too, but I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
I
So I'm
like it.
hoping. Go ahead, who that? Sorry.
No, it's me. I do like a good graded card though. Like those are. It's like a tiny little slab. I like this shit.
Mm-hmm. They are pretty. Um, if anybody has any recommendations for collectors, I'm all ears. I don't know everybody, but I would definitely be open to that. So we got a month, no rush. I'll start pushing a little harder in a week or two. And I'm open to bribes. If people want to send me money for spots, I'm definitely willing to do that.
Dude, word.
Yeah.
Hey, we are not beyond corruption.
No,
When people say I can't be corrupted, like I gotta go get the fuck out of here. Like, I love corruption. Corrupt me.
absolutely.
Oh man, corruption can be good.
I mean, everybody else is getting paid. Why not? I'm just kidding.
No, I used to work with a dude who was a basketball player in Somalia, like a pro player in
Yeah.
Somalia, and he told me like one day after a game he got drunk and he got in trouble for driving drunk, and the cop recognized him and said, "Hey, I know you. You play in the basketball league," and he let him go because of that. And he goes, "My man, sometimes corruption is good." I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!" Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I don't encourage the drunk driving, but you know, you got
Yeah.
to.
I mean, that's how some good things get created. If we only just followed rules, we never have America. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got to break some rules every now and then.
got to break some eggs to make an omelet.
That's right. Try to keep the shell out, though.
Nah, man, shell and all. I don't give a fuck.
I saw this girl fucking cooking for her husband, and she was just crunching them fucking shells in there, man. These guys gotta watch these girls cook before they get married.
Dude. Well, and people do just the dumbest stuff to make a video now.
Okay.
It's one of my least favorite things about our world now is like every time someone thinks they have a half wit of an idea, they everyone's got a video camera in their pocket. They click it, they put it on online, and just
Yeah.
hey
Yeah.
man,
So how'd your day go? D, you been doing good?
man, my day was when I say terrible, like I've had worse days, but it was a shitty day at work for me for sure.
Shitty day at
Yeah,
work.
yeah, they went and made us do this mandatory training at work for like 4.5 hours, and they took half of my people off the floor to do that training. And it was on like my busiest day of the week. So, um, yeah, the people that called the shots on that were not paying attention to what our business looks like when they made the decision, which kind of sucked.
Mm. Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of my mom last night, and her fucking phone ringer keeps turning down. So I usually talk to her before she goes to bed, and I was trying to call her, and the fucking phone won't ring. She's about 100 miles away from me. So, I worry about her. She lives by herself. Anything can happen. So I fucking called the neighbor, and it's about 10:30 at night. and they answered, and they was very nice, and they went over there and said, well, all the lights are off. I said, well, she can't hear that good. Could you knock real loud? And somehow when she called, even though I called about 10 times, my mom saw the light up, and she answered, and I got a hold of her, so that was good. But she got to be careful with that fucking phone, because she don't answer, I get a little fucking sketched out.
Dude, that especially if she's 100 miles away, like that's not a quick drive to go check on her, you know?
No, it ain't. It's not a fun fucking experience.
No, I got a friend like that too, you know, where a friend struggles with some substance abuse, and you know, when you don't hear from that friend for a while, you just kind of like you worry a little bit. You're like, ah, shit, like here we go again. But yeah, no, but I know what that's like, man. Like, you start wondering, like, you start thinking the worst, you know.
Yeah, it's always the first thing comes to mind. You're right.
It's just like why you can't ever send out a book for grading, because like if that shit is just one day late, you're gonna assume that a missile landed on top of your comic books and they've all been destroyed.
Yeah, my shitty little $200 book, probably. Yeah, that's how my brain works.
Oh, it happens though.
What's Journey saying? So you're saying America was built on corrupt? Yeah, absolutely. We didn't want to fucking pay any taxes, so we said fuck them.
Hey, I agree with that though. Like why would we pay taxes to a king overseas? Like, get out of here with that. There, who that's back?
What that one on there?
Not much.
Hey, what are we eating?
Macaroons.
Oh, is that what your daughter wanted for her birthday?
No, this is something I put it in the cooler. That's something my wife bought for me.
Oh, nice.
So I had to take them out, let them, because when they're in the fridge or something, they get hard.
Yeah, you want
like defrost basically.
had to let them air out.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Macaroon.
you got a cake.
That's like the main thing my wife does at work is she makes she's a cake decorator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she does all sorts of fancy cakes and she's
So we would be friends in real life.
yeah, and she's a really good artist. So like she just puts, and she can't draw like copyrighted images on your cake, but she's able to.
You can do Steamboat Willie now.
Yeah. Well, if you ever see the picture of the penguin that she drew for '84, like she's a very good artist.
No, that's cool.
I want to find that picture now.
Did I miss any new topics which I was talking about?
Oh yeah, we're just talking that I had a crappy day at work, and Biggie didn't hear from his mom last night. He got him a little nervous, but he eventually got a hold of her.
Yep.
Oh, I like that Banshee cover.
I wish it wasn't covered by 60 Cent, but it's a solid copy.
Yeah, like I know some people don't mind, and that was in a weird spot. But some people don't mind like writing. I hate thank you. I hate having writing on the cover, man.
I don't blame you. I like these 20-cent reprints, but they don't have any value. It's a nice looking book, though. There's a big book. I didn't even know I grabbed it.
Boom,
Biggie, what made you decide to do the top 15? Because you didn't do it last year. So.
Well, I didn't know people in the community that well. It was like there was a big increase in content bringers in the last couple of years. And I didn't know a lot of these new guys, But it feels like shit slowed down and calmed down a little bit. And I got a little bit of a grasp on these people. And I think I could swing a good one now that I've kind of learned how people are and how they collect and shit like that. And also, I was on Roscoe's last night, right? And I heard him talking about the CBCs and all that shit. And I started thinking, like, I'm not an artist. I'm not in the I call it circle, but in the group of people that tend to get more votes. I'm not a new channel, but the thing that I do, and I don't see a lot of content about, is collectors. I appreciate collectors. I appreciate learning from collectors. That's why I have the collectors club, and I have done the collectors list before. So I wanted to do it before anybody else thought of it, kind of deal. And I'm not getting anything out of it besides, entertaining myself, maybe a few other people. But it's just a different way to celebrate the way. I mean, we're collecting comics. It ain't all about your the way you gab on your channel or how many fucking friends you got. It's like we collect comics, so I want to have some representation.
Yeah, it's just a different avenue. It's nothing to me. It's nothing to people to stress about. You know what I mean?
No. Pretty laid back and chill. Nobody has to go looking for votes. It's just if you got it in your collection or not, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm looking for my my top or my 23 books right now.
That's cool.
That's why I like CLZ, baby. Helps me keep track.
Now, I hope nobody would try to like take advantage of the fact that I'm going on I have to trust people and shit. If we find out that someone's entering books that was from previous years, automatic qualification. You're out.
And you're getting tarred and feathered.
Yeah, and I'm pointing you out. So don't fucking try me, dude. If I find out you're fucking cheating, lights out.
That's why I kind of said I gotta look at some of my purchases before I say things, because ever since that Rona, my years have been jumbled together.
Yeah, dude.
I have no doubt that you'll keep it real and fresh. I'm just saying, like, if anybody new to that I don't know that well might try.
And look, I kept it honest with you when you did it last time, if you remember. You had me on a list, which last time you did one, but you named a couple of books that I got in previous year, and I even said, I think I said it live when you were on there, and I said, I got, like, it said the Turtles won. I said, no, I got that the year before, and he was like, so hey, I was straight up.
I probably added a book to your list that you didn't even tell me to, because I'm fucking goofy, but yeah.
I'm proud of this one, man.
Collector's preview. Look at that. That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, dude, this is the only 9/8 on the census.
I've never seen the collector's preview.
I didn't get it last year, CJ, but I have. Wait, let me double check. I'm about to look at a purchase.
I had to remind Callie that he got his Hulk 1. He sent me a list. I'm like, what about your fucking Hulk 1, dude? He's like, oh yeah.
A Hulk 1 will put you up there on that list pretty high.
Yeah, don't forget that one. Now, some guys might press books and like have used them in videos and shit. I don't want to see any of that bullshit. It's got to be books from your PC. We're just kind of laying down the law as we go.
I had a Homicidal Maniac first print. And I can't go past April of last year on where I bought it from this guy, so I can't tell you if I got it last year. I don't think I did. To be honest, I think I got it in 2022, but I did have one. I wanted to press and clean it because it was a 9.6. The funny thing is, I got so many books. But I sold a lot, and I'm not even gonna add those to my list.
Yeah, no, it needs to be currently in the PC.
Well, he didn't say that. He just said books you got in the last year, and basically year.
Oh no, it's gotta be stuff that you kept. It can't be
you kept all right. I wasn't even adding anything that I sold though.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I got a lot of stuff, but I wouldn't even add that because I don't even have it anymore.
Yeah, if you could use stuff you flip, that would be woof. That'd be.
CJ says he wins because I don't have the Homicidal Maniac no more. Well, CJ, I have a TMNT first print, so I win again. I win back.
Hey,
we could do this all day, CJ.
Yeah. You don't want to go tit for tat with some guys, Journey.
Yeah, I don't want to go tit for tat with CJ. I'm just messing with him.
I'm not sure. I don't. If I'm forgetting people and they feel left out, just hit me up because I'm not going to be able to reach out to everybody. I've reached out to some guys, but I don't know. Like for instance, like Dustin, I don't know what he has because I haven't seen his content much. But Dustin might be in there. Tony.
Well, I know. Well, see, Dustin sold a lot of stuff to buy other stuff. So I think he would be like in my boat on certain books because you're like, oh, I had this book, but I sold it. So, I had this book and he traded it because I know he did trades too. So.
This is my Donald Trump.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
a young version.
Little Donald Trump action. That ain't worth nothing. It's just funny. I don't have a Biden. This book's been going down in price since I bought it, but that's like a shit.
Yeah, because I was like, when it started going up, I was like, man, I wanted to sell it so bad, baby.
How cheap it's got.
I'll tell you how high I got at one point. So I had a 7.0. I'll tell you how much it was.
So are you and Bleeker doing another auction in a week or two? Who that?
Might do a pop-up.
Okay.
I haven't decided.
I tried to sell some books yesterday, but no one bid. But I think I could probably figure something out. But if not,
if we do something, it's not gonna be like the big, like our normal one. We go like multi. If we did a pop-up, it'd be for like 2 hours. So
yeah,
we'll let you know.
Yeah, just enough to get around in should be good.
Yeah, well, it'll be good enough to get because we wouldn't do that many people. It it might be, if anything, it'd be like us three. And maybe K-pop if she's available to hang out, and Chris because he missed the last one. But yeah, it'd be like a little couple hours, little pop up. That would give us enough to get like 4 rounds in.
Yeah, I'm getting excited for that Lois Lane 106, man. I always like African American keys and controversial keys, and I'd say that's about as big as it gets. there ain't much more controversial, especially for Superman. Like, I wish they made a facsimile. So it's good I'm getting it because I won't read it.
So
yeah, they're not doing that.
I'm gonna tell you how much that's FF48 and a 7.0, how high it got. That's why I was like, I should have sold it. So in 2020,
it got stupid high. Yeah, when I went to buy mine,
it got up to $6,900.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, that means in today's terms, if I would have sold it, I could have bought 3 of them.
Right.
I could have bought 3 of them currently, and had $900 in my pocket.
Oh my god.
In a
Oh, who
7-Eleven.
that? Our X-Men 1 went up to, at a 4.5, went up to 30 grand at
I
one
know,
point.
and yeah, I was so close. I
Oh
was
man,
so
I
close.
just, and dude, it was tempting for me too, but like I just knew
I
that if
was
I
nervous.
sold it, I would never get it back.
Well, I was nervous. I was nervous because um, I was afraid that what if it went up higher?
True. Yeah,
That's
you
what I
sold
was
it for
doing.
30, and then a year later, it's going for 90. You'd have been kicking yourself.
Yeah, so that's because I mean, you talk about that book that CJ could talk whatever he wants to do, but the Turtles one was and a 9.0 was over 30. Um,
Yeah.
I think it might have been well over 30. So I know for at a moment in time, it was like a year. Some of the books I had in my collection, I was like, dude, I got over 100 grand in like 4 books. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, CJ, I'm my X-Men 1 uh will be buried with me. That is what we're
You
doing with
you
that
are
one.
better off holding on to the X Men. What are you
Yeah.
talking? Like I got
Who
the
knows?
X Men one. It's like hold
No,
on, I'm
Oh, everybody's
holding
got
no,
it.
X-Men 1 but me. Don't worry, Journey.
no. Journey was just saying that because like we both just discussed how much it went up
Yeah,
at
yeah,
that
yeah.
one point. Like, and we held on to it. Like, dude, I yeah, dude.
Honestly,
Like,
I'll be honest. If I know what I know today, I would have sold it.
Right.
yeah, no, I hear you on that. Like, I wouldn't have because it's the book I wanted. Like
Right.
That's why I say what I know today because you know if 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 I knew it was going to go back down or the market was going to kind of correct itself, oh yeah, because I would have bought it back like right around now.
Right.
true, 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 true.
Yeah, I would have bought it back right, and then I might have got a little higher grade and still had probably 10 grand in my pocket.
For me, like, I'm not good.
But I understand what you're saying.
If you put 30 grand in my pocket though, dude, like I'm not smart with that kind of money. Like
Oh,
I'm good with I'm great with like, hey, this is how much I got paid, this is how much my bills are, this is like what I have left over, this is what I
you
should
get a
save.
regular budget.
Yeah, yeah. But you give me like stupid kind of money like that, just 30 grand all at once. No, you can't do that to me. I'd be door dashing breakfast on Saturdays and
You'd be
yeah,
you'd be you'd be like that Instagram guy, Mr. Thank You. Huh? Hey, Mr.
yeah,
Thank
dude.
You. Hey, oh, you follow me? Oh, here's 10 grand.
Yeah. I could have done that 3 times.
I could if I could trade my Avengers 1 for a Cap 1, I would do it.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's pretty much what you could do with the X-Men 1 when it was up to 30K. You could probably got a fucking Cap 1.
But see, and I would trade it for Cap 1. Like, don't get me wrong, because it's a bigger book. But if you take money out of it, I would rather have an X-Men 1.
Ooh, my
Because,
TMNT went up.
oh, hell yeah.
I'm sorry. I got
No, that's good. No, like I'm not into Captain America as much as I am X-Men. I love Cap, but but don't get me wrong, I would still do it because I could then sell the Cap 1 and buy a lot of books.
Right. It wouldn't be a blue label though. It would probably be restored, so you probably wouldn't do it.
Well, I kind of agree with. I understand what CJ is saying about his last statement about trying to buy back a book in a down market. Yeah. So the thing is, like, and this would also we got to think about too. Like, the X-Men one, probably TMNT one, in my case as well. Yeah, I could have sold both of those books for $60,000 at the height of the market, right?
Yeah.
But right now, because guess what? Because that's what I started looking at when my X-Men one disappeared. I said, let me see what the prices are, and me ask around. I easily found X-Men ones in a 4.5 to 5.0 or even higher. The problem is everybody who had them overpaid, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to sell them for what they're going for.
That's a
And
tough
if you
part
go
of
on
it, man.
if you go on eBay, they're overpriced already. So yeah, we would have, like, me and D could have made some money on the X-Men ones, but guess what? Like, for a little upgrade, we would have probably overspent on the current prices. You know, even though we still would have had money in our pocket, but it's still, you know, you're still overpaying.
Yeah.
So that would have been like CJ's kind of saying, like, we would have probably got the books back, but you would have paid up for them. Would have paid up for them. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
But hey, paying up a little bit, if you still come away with a nice profit, that's still pretty cool.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, yeah, because currently I think if you want to buy a 4 or 5, realistically, if it's not on auction, you're gonna pay like 12 grand.
Yeah.
There's a 1.5 4K or best offer.
What's wrong with it? That looks like a nice full 1.5.
Yeah, the back
It's just kind of beat up.
Yep, just beat up.
I got a little, what that is,
little moldy.
Yeah. And that mold can be removed nowadays, not too.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like dirt more than mold. You might be able to get rid of that, but I mean, that's kind of in my price. That's in my grade range. That might not be the best price, but 1 to 2025 is what I'm wanting to get. There's a one restored.
Are you against getting it restored?
No, not for that book. No, as long as it's complete.
Yeah,
I would say only restoration I would be against, and this is just me. But
trimming.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Trimming.
Trimming. I didn't think of that.
That's the only restoration I'm totally against.
I did not think of that.
Like,
I don't. So this 1.0 has a chunk missing, but it's 4,500.
You might as well get the 1.5.
Yeah, you want to? I mean, 1.5 has mold.
Yeah, dude, give me some mold. I don't give a shit.
It's behind that slab, so okay, I don't know. Yeah, there's only like 3 or 4 books in that 2.0. That's the good thing about these old books is there's going to be a lot of low grade. Now, if I wanted to go 2K or 5,000 for a 2.0, it would be a more solid copy.
Yeah,
it'd be another $1,000, but
only thing see, it's easy for me to say because I'm saying it, but it's hard as well for me to do. It's like when you're after a book and then say you get the money. Say you sold a whole bunch of stuff and you saved up and you finally got up to $4,000. And you know, like, oh man, I get a little bit more, I get a nicer copy. But it's hard to, once you reach that goal, it's hard to keep going.
It is.
Yeah.
It's hard. And then it's hard to like wait for an auction because they got auctions like I want to say every month or every few weeks or whatever you want to say. And you know you could get one, probably a nicer copy for that $4,000, but it's hard doing that as well, you know.
If I could get one for 3K and I'm happy with the grade, it's going to be hard for me to save up another 1,000 or 1,500 to get one that's just a little bit better, you know, like
yeah. Not and do that, like the other part, like, and I always talk about this too. Like sometimes people overpay for a book, but they buy it when they have the money for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you wait for the best deal possible, one, it could just go up, and then you're really screwed. And two, maybe it's you found a better deal, but now you don't quite have enough money for it. Like, and you can really
you do have a better deal, but guess what? You're not up 24 hours a day, so you miss it at 3 a.m. when somebody posts it.
Oh yeah, I love that.
You know that I'm always seeing. A shout out to We Love Comics. He always like has that weird hours. He'll just wake up and then he'll be on eBay and be like, oh, it's like, you know, I wish I could do that.
No, dude. That's the other thing is like if you're looking for a book, you got to tell people about it. If you're in this community, our YouTube, Instagram community, you got to tell people you're looking for a book because just today I had someone tip me off to a book that I've been looking for years, and it popped up on my comic shop today at a 9.8. So I was like, oh,
Oh wow!
it
Well, I
was
mean, I
way
did,
over.
I did that to you twice.
Yeah,
Elite Comics 11,
absolutely.
and
And
so like you say, if people know what you collect, or you tell people, or you show people, when something pops up, they'll send you. Hey,
yeah,
I know D loves Scarlet Strider. Let me see if he has this one. You know.
yeah. No, and I now right now I've got an offer out for my comic shop to see if I can get a little bit of a discount on this book that they posted today. So
I I I don't tell certain people, Callie. Like I don't mind telling certain people like about certain books that I might be after if they don't collect that. They're not gonna snipe it because what's the point of them sniping and they don't even collect it? Yeah.
yeah,
So
no, I mean if you're telling everyone you're on the lookout for this hot book and it's going to be the next big spec and they could get rich if they buy it, then yeah, that's maybe not the best advice. But if it's like, dude, I'll tell you, like the book I'm talking about is worth nothing. It's Adventures of Superman 505 and a 9.8. It's just a cool cover, and there's like four on the census in a 9.8, so it's very hard to get.
Careful, Bob. Don't do that.
So,
mhm.
oh,
Collector Sixes, Alan blames me anyway. The links in the chat. Links in the chat, Collector, if you want to join.
yeah,
But
Yeah,
also,
no, dude,
I tried to tell Biggie this before, but I know he's not on Instagram as much. But I said, I know Elite Comics 11 is a great tool, or Grails, or whoever you want to call any one of those consignment pages are great tools because you can send them what you're looking for in the grade and the amount you're willing to pay, especially if it's like Biggie X-Men 1. If he has the money at a certain price, because I can tell you right now, let's just be curious to see what an X-Men 1, because I had it pulled up already. X-Men 1 goes for, that's around $4,000. I guarantee it might be better than the 1.5, because the prices drop. But he might not be able to find one unless he goes to a consignment page and be like, look, I got a real buyer, wants to pay GPA, which this is the GPA, he has the money available. And eventually somebody's going to see the light and say, all right, man, let me just get this $4,000. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like right now, if he had $4,000, he can get better than a 1.5.
yeah,
Because I'm looking at the price. 1.5 is actually 3,500. The last sale, 3,500. It's the last sale of if he had $4,000. Now he didn't have to get $4,000. If he gets to 3,500, he can message like them or somebody else. What they'll do is they'll post it on their page, or they'll ask. They'll ask all their big time collectors. If anybody's at X-Men 1 at a 1.5 at this price, let us know. I have a buyer willing to buy it right now. They'll message, and nobody answers, then they'll post it on their page because they've done it for other people and say, hey, on the lookout for X-Men 1, 1.5. Page quality doesn't matter, but for 3,500, buyer is ready to pay. Somebody's gonna sit and somebody be like, oh man, I can use that money. They ain't gonna want to sell it, but they can be like, crap, let me get this.
yeah. That's why I was considering the three books I was looking at were not Spotlight. What's the one with Hal Jordan?
That's Showcase 22.
Exactly. So the three books were Showcase 22, Hulk 181, and X-Men 1. So the plan was, if I can get a decent Hawk 181 for $1,000 to $1,500, I'll do that. But if I have to save up 2,000 to 2,500, I might as well make the push and
Hey
get
guys,
that.
I'll be right back.
Okay,
All right.
I might as well make the push.
You want me to look up some prices for you? So what's like your price point? You think you can make and save up?
1.8 at 4,000. He's saying. I thought he had that cheaper Journey. I thought he already sold it too, actually. But 3K to about 4K is what I'm hoping. But I'm nowhere near ready. Like I'm.
Okay, no, I'm just saying that's your goal. That's
Yeah.
the goal you made. So
Yeah.
$3,000 is the goal in your mind. So all right. So this is
By
what you
the
can get.
time I get there, the damn things could be anywhere. Who that? It'll be next year.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna stay positive. We're gonna stay positive. We're gonna say that you get to your goal in the books. Yes, let's say the books go up, not even 10%. Let's say they go up 5%. That's not a lot. 10% of $4,000 is $400. 5% is $200. So I think, so that's how I'm thinking, so you'll be able to make up that little difference if it did go up 5%. So currently, if you have $3,000, you can get a 3.5 of the Showcase 22.
Yeah.
In the X-Men 1 case, you can get a honestly, I think in an X-Men 1 you can get a 1.5. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it says you're not allowed to do that link.
Oh, hold on. Let me try it again.
If not, I could send it to him on
in
the DM. I'll send it to you on DM as well. Simple.
Yeah, anything can happen, Legion. I'm not sure that it won't jump. And if it does jump, I'll just, I'll wait till it comes back down or I won't get it. Like I'll find another book that's cool. What's interesting is that ASM1 has been pretty low bearing fruit in my opinion. Like I see ASM1's pretty low, dude. Like
let me look again. I didn't see that. I didn't see that, and the reason being because I've been seeing people every now and then they post for sale. The reason why I say that is because the amount of money ASM1 costs, I would rather go after AF15.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Because
it's like a third cheaper.
Well, a 3.0 of ASM1 is $8,000.
Oh.
2.5, actually a 2.5 just sold for 9,100. So that's an ASM1.
Here's a 0.5 blue label.
And you can get a 2.0 for $5,000.
Yeah, I'm not saying like even a 1.0, just like a 0.5. That's 4,200, bro.
Yeah, it's up there. That's why I'm like, and I would never buy a 0.5. I would buy a restored before 0.5.
Oh, this has a page missing. So
yeah, that's what I said. I wouldn't buy. I'd buy a restored before 0.5.
Not a 0.5 complete. Like if the whole spine is split and some other shit, I wouldn't mind a complete 0.5 on a book like that at 4K. Like that seems halfway decent to me.
To me, even if that book's wrecked like that, it should be a 1.0. I know sometimes they give it 0.5s, which I don't agree with. Because how is a book that's incomplete get a 0.5 and then you get one that's,
Gentlemen,
what's up, sir?
A 1.5 is a complete book, but it has a defect or damage. For example, a completely split spine. And I have a Rex the Wonder Dog number 5 or 4 or whatever. It's the first Detective Chimp that right now is going to be leaf cast. So I'm going to have it conserved with a blue, the blue conserve label, because the book itself is like a 5 or a 6 anyway. And all it is like someone took an X-Acto knife and very carefully just slit right down the back. I mean, right on the spine. I have no idea why the pages aren't bad. It's not dry or brittle. I have no idea how it happened, but it was part of the set when I bought it. But and the other thing about the lower grades is that because that is the point in which people are coming in to try to get into a book to begin with. So if you have, there are a lot more people who are trying to have the money to get on the bottom end than there are people fiddling around up at the top end, you know, $185,000, $195,000 for a book. The number of people that are actually chasing that stuff, it's not the same thing. If you have $10,000 in hand or $12,000 in hand, there's probably, you know, umpteen guys that have that same money. And if it's a nice looking book, there will be competition and there's going to be pressure and price compression down at the bottom end of the scale. And that's just what's happening. And that's one of the reasons why when the books have got so high value, so many of the lower books, because those values for the lowest end books have been pulled up so much, so many have been found because they know that book is worth money. So the census counts on the lower books is actually increasing because people are finding them and having them slabbed, because even in a 0.5 or a 1.0, those are very valuable books. Says me.
Well,
I'm surprised how cheap some of the early Spider-Man stuff's getting. Like, okay, here's a 4. Oh, that's not a good example.
There's a lot of Spider-Man material. There's a lot of it because everybody collected Spider-Man. Everybody did, and they kept them.
$600 for a 3.5 Craven. That don't seem too bad to me. That seems really nice copy book. $600. You got your nice early ASM, big character.
You have plenty of choices. If you have like $5-6 grand, you can pick between any number of really cool books, whichever cover moves you the most. And maybe if it's a higher number, perhaps you get a little bit higher grade for the same amount of money, because the lower numbers do tend to, unless it's a total icon. You know, you have that dynamic working as well. But having the money talks. If you're trying to trade or do something like that, unless the other person wants to trade with you for what you're trading, then it's always best to have the green, because the green is universal.
Yeah.
You wave the money under their nose. You say, "Here's the cash," and they're a lot of times, and I've had this happen, where someone has a price on it and they say, "Well, it's going to be a check or credit card." I said, "No, this is green," and I said, "I'll give you this much." They always will think about it. They'll clutch because they want the cash, because cash is invisible.
Man, look at this copy. This is
especially going with cash. If you're trying to do digital cash, they're kind of like, you got.
Well, it's tracked. I mean, you're tracked no matter what you do. Of course, if you go to the bank and pull out 10 grand, they're going to say, "Hey, well, somebody just pulled 10 grand." I don't know how much that. I think that whole thing is a kind of a. It's a bird, but I think that if you have cash in hand, that is obviously the best way to go.
I'm gonna leave the room for a minute, but I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
All right.
So, Dad, here we are again, because as soon as we get here, then everybody leaves, which seems to be the dynamic, like the other night, you know. So.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm trying to look up something because I was finally got into my channel, because I know I was having issues with people seeing links and seeing people. And I don't know if you're still here, Legion, but I know I'm looking up YouTube, and I don't have you blocked, or they don't even call it blocked; they call it hidden. I don't have you hidden, so I don't know.
Come in under Instagram. That's what I did. It said on Biggie's channel, it said I couldn't do the link from the YouTube. It says,
well, no. He was saying that like he couldn't see my Instagram.
Oh,
and I thought Instagram and YouTube was connected.
I think they are in some way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to see. I don't see. I don't know. I don't even see that. So maybe I'm not doing something right. I need to do like the old folks and start looking up on
That's crazy talk.
Look it up on YouTube.
No, that's crazy talk. That is crazy.
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you know what I've noticed when I do that too? You go and they say, "This is how you do it," and then they go through it, and then they'll show the screen and they'll say, "This is what you'll see." And I look at my phone, I don't have that. I'm not looking at that page. I go, hit your settings. Okay, I'm with you. Now hit this thing. This is what you see. I said, I don't see that. And they just keep right on going. I said, fine. I don't know. Sometimes it wins, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing.
You can't get there from here, you know.
I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna close this out. Because it was like, I was like, maybe I could figure it out when you go to your dashboard or something. And I'm like, that didn't help. You know what I mean? I went to settings. I said, all right, it might be in settings.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, gents.
No problem. So you're after, you're after an X-Men 1, are you not? Who dat?
I'm gonna poke at it next
big.
year. It's no rush. I got a lot of digging and picking up to do. I don't want to get rid of any of my PC because I love all my books. There's a few books I can move and manipulate, but you know, I look at it like $1,000 chunks.
Mm-hmm.
I sell about 300 to 400 books per 1,000, so it's going to take about 1,000 books to get this $3,000 book.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun though.
Yeah, the book I'm after, so hopefully in a year I can. And like you said, cash is king, but I'm not ready to sell my FF5 because, like, if I was at the point where FF5 pushes me over the mark, I'll get rid of it to go get the All-Star Comics 8, the first Wonder Woman.
Oh, All-Star 8 then. That's the big target.
That's the big target, or that's the 1A, and 1B would be AF-15. But it'd be a nice AF-15, probably in the 2 to 3 range. You know, I want something that's, you know, attached. It's just that it's been loved. I just want something that's been loved, but it presents really well for like a 2.25 or a 3. But that's why I'm kind of like the 1A, 1B. That's my big goal. Hopefully, I can in a year I can get close.
Between the two of those, the All-Star 8 obviously is a rarer book as far as that goes, but AF-15 I think is a far more liquid book, and there are a lot more copies of it. And I think that you could be more you could more pick and choose a little bit with the AF-15 because of the census. The All-Star 8 is a very dear book. I didn't realize that you were a Wonder Woman collector.
Yeah, actually, I got a stack of Wonder Woman. Right
he's a female collector.
Yeah, I'm a female. But
well, I'm sure glad I didn't fall into that trap.
Well, he likes the first appearances more than the romances, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And or it could be key stuff like, you know, like Matt Baker's first.
Yeah, he wants that one too.
That's Jumbo 69.
Yeah, so like I do. That's like my top 3. So it's you know, the Wonder Woman, AF-15, or the Jumbo 69. That's kind of like one of the 3 I want to get next in a year.
What's the low grade All-Star 8? Are you looking at restored or blue?
I really want to get just a low grade blue label. I know we both know somebody who has 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he gets bored of one and lets me do a extended payment plan on it.
So what's a 1.0, like 20K or 30? I forget.
I haven't paid attention because
I think it's
except it's that one's just it's weird because it's because, you know, you might have a price of it go down, like auction, it doesn't do very well, and then you have another auction, it does great. So it's like it's not like AF-15, like you said.
You know, there are 58 copies available of All-Star 8 right now, according to Go Collect.
Oh, really?
A 2.5, they have an FMV of 21 grand. A 2.0 is 18 grand. 1.8, 16, and a 1.5 is 15.5. I mean, that's FMV.
And me and Biggie, and even D probably knows the guy. He has 2 of them. He has I think a 4.0 and a 2.5.
The 4.0 is about a 41 grand book, so they say here. And what's he has a 1.5?
He has a 2.5. 2.5.
Are they slabbed or raw?
Slab.
A 2.5, that's about 20 grand, 21 grand.
So yeah. That's why I was like,
What is 21? Let's see here. What does 21 grand get you on a AF-15? Let
Like
me
a
look.
1.0 or 1.5, I think.
Hey guys, I popped in real quick to just let you all know that I just found out I have to work ridiculously early in the morning tomorrow.
Okay,
So
man.
Oh,
I got
okay.
to log out. So have a great night, everyone, and I'll.
Nice.
you the one that got me here.
Me too.
I apologize, but
No, thank you, D, bro. That's all right, bro.
Hey, I'm just messing with you, D.
yeah, I gotta wake up at 3 in the morning now. So it's life has changed.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to wake up an hour after you, so
Yeah, we're
Uh,
probably
I won't
right out
be
here
on too
pretty
much
soon.
longer.
We're just gabbing like girls right now, gossiping.
All right, you gals, enjoy your gossip.
All
Right, dude.
Bye.
There's a good one. Who dat? Just a little Wonder Woman 1, man. You know. Yeah, that's what's cool about Wonder Woman is you got like 3 cool books. You got All Star 8, Wonder Woman 1, Sensation. What is it? Sensation 1? Is that
Yeah.
what
Yes, Station 1.
Sensation 1 was the second, and Wonder Woman was third.
Oh, neat.
The 2.0 on the AF-15 is they show an FMV of 21, and the 2.0 for the All-Star 8 is 18.
Oh.
And then
Yeah,
the 2.5 on the All-Star 8 is 21, and the this is FMV, and the 2.5 on the AF-15 is 24 grand. So the AF-15 is more expensive, but the census on the All-Star 8, the census is 140. Excuse me, yeah, 147, 207 total, 147 blue label, and the AF-15 is 3,913 graded, 2,558 blue labels. So the targets of opportunity with the AF-15 is exponentially greater, but there are more people chasing after an AF-15 than they are an All-Star 8. And again, this is where cash, they say FMV, that's fine. Money talks and BS walks. And you walk in with the cash, and depending on how motivated, how long it's been, you know the route. You've done it all. You know, the guy's sitting on this book for a long time. He says, hey, I'm motivated to sell it.
Yeah, I mean that's how I ended up getting. That's how I mean because that's how I got my deal done with my Turtles 1. But I I got the deal done because it was Reese's Rare Comics.
Yeah.
They great. I dealt with
I
the
bought
Sons.
one. I just bought a book from them. They're a good outfit.
Yeah, they're great. So like they had a Turtles 1. I wasn't even thinking I was gonna get one that soon. So they came to New Orleans Fan Expo. I saw that. Look, they had like 2 copies, so I wasn't really too worried. Then somebody else had another copy, but it was 8.0. They had 8.0, 9.0, and then they had a 9.6 that was signed. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna try to look at to get this 9. So the 9, they wanted like 10. And we looked at it, we talked about it. They actually went down like a whole $1,000 because they had scratches on the case. And so I was like, all right. So I'm like, I in my mind, I got it, you know? But I said, let me see, because I know dealers, not just dealers, sellers, like bundles. So I said, ooh, let me see what else I can get, because I had some books that I wanted to trade. And like you said before, liquid books. I had liquid books that they were willing to take. Well, in my mind, I had liquid books I think they were willing to take, and there were marble books. That's another thing. A lot of dealers like tend to like unless it's a really certain DC book, Marvel books moves a lot better for them. That's what I've been told by them. So
it's true. No, it's true. It isn't right, but it's true.
Yeah, and they don't like CBCS, and they even told me they told me that. So I'm like, I'm listening, taking all this information in. Guess what I see on the wall? I wish I would have kept it book because it was a nice grade. It was a CBCS 3.5 Journey and Mystery 83. They wanted to get rid of it because it was CBCS. So I'm just like, I said, so I'm like, all right. I said, and at that time, 3.5 was only $3,000. That just tells you where we were at. I think it was 3,500. I'm beat to be perfectly honest. It was under four.
Wow.
That just tells you where that book was. And you can look at my pictures to see the year I did this trade because I posted it like literally immediately. But so I got the Turtles one and I got that. They wanted like 13. Well, no, they wanted it was like 12. Yeah, it ended up being like 12.5 because they took the money off the TMNT, whatever. So I was like, well, how about nine cash, but it wouldn't be cash, it was PayPal. Well, actually, did have some cash money, but the rest was PayPal. So I had some cash. The rest was PayPal, but it ended up being 9. And then I said, how about these 2 books? And then we call it even. They said, let's see what the 2 books are. Pull out it was a CBCS. They didn't, like I said, they didn't like CBCS, but it was a liquid book. Fantastic Four 48. 7.0 white pages. You're like, oh, okay, we can do something with this because they like, we could do, this is 48 Silver Surfer. CBCS can be held. They know they can move it still. Then I pulled out the Tomb of Dracula 10 9.2. Deal was done.
Wow.
Deal was done. I was hurting because Tomb of Dracula that is a PC book, but that's a book that's plentiful. It's out there. I can find it again.
Yes.
And guess what? I've had it 2 times before I did that deal. So I knew in my mind, out of all of the and I already had that was my second copy of FF48. I had 2 copies. I didn't let them know that. I was like, so
no. You never want to tell them that.
So I still had the 48 at my house of the other one, and I said, "Ooh, I can get the Tomb of Dracula 10 back." So I was good with the deal. I said, I'd rather have these 2 books, lose these 2 books, and then I end up getting the Tomb of Dracula 10 back, and actually the same grade and everything, same 9.2 white pages. So only thing is I don't have the Journey of Mystery.
Do you guys think it's smart to liquidate into bigger books, or do you like having a bunch of like medium-sized books? Do you think it's smarter to
have all your eggs in one basket?
Yeah, what if you had like a collection of 3,000 books and you said, oh, screw it, I want a Batman 1, or something like that? Do you think, I kind of like the whole comic fandom and having a bunch of medium-sized books, but sometimes it would be nice to just have one piece,
I don't go for one piece because I don't like the idea of having the exposure is there with one book, and if it goes down, your whole thing goes down. I like to spread it out over a larger number of nicer books because I could sell a whole bunch of the $700-800 to $3,000 books and just get rid of a whole slew of those, and then maybe go after at some point a rather tatty looking Detective 31. The detective, I don't see how that I'm going to be able to get that book, because it is so incredibly expensive, and for books that aren't pretty. And if you're spending that kind of coin, or Biggie, what you're saying is sacrificing all your stuff to get a book that isn't really a pretty book. What you're buying is a label with a cadaver in it. And I just don't want to do that. I want to have a pretty book to look at. And that's where the question of restoration comes in. If you have a book that was professionally restored with like A3 or A2, which is moderate restoration, for moderate restoration, then you say, well, so the thing has tear seals, it has a color touch, and they reinforce the spine. And you say, for that, I'm going to save, $85,000. But the rest of the book is it's the real thing. So I don't advocate restored books, but it's sort of like I keep Alan hearing in my ear. Which would you rather? Would you rather have a 1.5 looking piece of crap with a blue label, or have a 6.5 that has some restoration that is a beautiful book.
Mhm.
Frankly, I just the more, and I think the more people that are chasing after these, that the acceptance of it, because a lot of the bigger books when they back in the day when they were purchased, like in the early the 90s and early 2000s, there was no onus in having the book clean pressed and then have some color touch on it. When they introduced the purple label of death, the plop, that comes in and it is a killer. See, and what a beautiful book. Now look at how beautiful that book is. Look at the colors of that.
Rewind it.
And it's a B3. B3.
Now
And
B is semi-professional, and 3 is, you can go up to 5, I think. So it's A has 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C is amateur, B is not gifted amateur, and then A is professional, and then conserved is like very little needs to be done, and then you can call it conserved because there's so little was really done to the book.
Mhm. and that's what I tried to actually when I bought this book, I talked to a couple of people. Phantom Restoration was one of them, because I wanted to see if he can turn it into a conserve label. He told me, he basically said I can open it up and see. He'd have to open it up and see. But he said how beautiful it looks.
It's true. It is a gorgeous book.
He goes, it looks. He says it looks professionally done, even though it's a B. And he said I wouldn't mess with it. He said, and that's so he as a person who that's his business to do, and he actually turned it down. But he said I can look at it, but if I don't see anything, I'm just gonna resubmit it as it is. But he basically just said, don't worry about it. I wouldn't do that because you got to pay to do all that other stuff.
You're right,
but,
CJ.
But like you said, this book is tough. Like I couldn't find this book. And then there's some blue labels, like a blue label, like 4. No, it might have been lower than that. But a blue label was like way more and a lower grade than what I paid for this 6.0.
Now there
way more.
So I think that as time passes, I think that the tide is starting to shift, where people who want to be able to own these books, that then the question is, what is the restoration that is done? If it's a C5 and they still want, then that's not really that good because of the kind of stuff that was done. The key to it is that if the book isn't trimmed. To me, a trimmed book, I don't like trimmed books.
I think that's the ultimate death label.
Well, it is. And that's by Phantom Lady 17 came back trimmed on 3 edges, which I was unaware of. And then I had that box opening with Alan, and it was a very sobering thing.
You play in the bathroom.
Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. So I asked medium-sized books, and that's an interesting question, but I always find it easier to sell the smaller books to get a big book.
Because more people have the money to go after them big.
Yeah.
The medium tier stuff, you have to find the more money it costs, the smaller your audience, the smaller the buyer pool. And then also if they're going after, then let's say you have $6,500. You have quite a few different choices for $6,500 as far as what you want to spend it on. Let's say you have a $6,500 book. They say, well, this is a First Silver Surfer, right? And they say, I already have one of those. Well, if that's your best one and it's 65 for trade or whatever, the rarer books, again, always cash is the best, unless you did like what you did, Houdat. You had 2 liquid books, and Reese's knew they could sell them. And if you're doing this with a collector, the collector has to like what the trade is. Yeah. If you're a dealer, all they're concerned about is how easily can I turn that book, and how can I either get my money out of it easy or turn a small profit, or I'm prepared to sit on it for a little while. And that's what they know, because they know their inventory and they know what shows they're going to go and what stuff's going to sell.
And I was taking 2 books, even though they were prime books. They're not always easy to move. Turtles 1 first print is not always easy to move.
No.
It's like, to me, you have to. a Turtles first print has to be somebody who collects those type of books, like bigger books, or it has to be a turtle collector who has the money to get it, because a lot of turtle collectors, I'm in groups of different groups, and we don't have the money to get like Turtle One first print, or to spend crazy money on, like, oh man, this is a rare Turtles book. Like they got a Peach Momoko Turtles book. Guess what? I don't have it because it's still like $1,000 book, and I refuse to pay $1,000 for a modern TMNT book. And that's a lot of TMNT collectors like that. But guess what? People who bought them found out, oh crap, I can't sell it. And I know turtle collectors, but they're not spending $1,000 on a Peach Momoko, even though it's a very nice one.
You got to know your audience. That's it exactly. You hit the nail on the head.
So guess what? Eventually, I will get that book, but it's going to be really under what it was going for, and still is going for, because we don't want to spend that money on it. And I'm with people on that. But and also the CBCS Journey to Mystery 83, Thor wasn't hot at the time, even though even though the MCU was going on, his book was not hot. I remember it, and it was a CBCS book. Dealers don't like CBCS. They hate PGX, but they'll take CBCS, but they don't like it. It's weird. CGC is the king. CGC is the king to them. Raw is the king to them. So CGC and the Raw, and then CBCS is like underneath Raw. So, and then anything else they don't want to touch. But that's what I learned from the Reese's and a few others. But it's because Turtles keep putting money into it. No, we don't. Certain ones, people who collect figures do that. Hyper. I don't collect figures. I have a couple of figures and stuff, but I'm very finicky.
I see a falcon behind you, don't I?
I just got that. I had to get it. They don't make that many. They don't. This is a time period where we didn't have that many African American toys. It's not in. I wouldn't say it's not gradable worthy, but it's all there. It's still in the bubble. I'm good. I'm happy.
Wow.
I'm happy. Like female characters, what I've learned about these type of figures, female characters, African American characters, and like maybe like monster type character, like the lizard. Lizard is very expensive in this figure, like very expensive. But
do you have both Lobo 1 and 2, do you not?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the as a matter of fact, I sent Biggie a picture of it for the contest because I got that last year. I upgraded. I had a 4 or 5, and then that's why, like you said, you gotta watch the market and know your books, because a 4 or 5 was selling for the same price of a 6.0, which is crazy. But you know about this book, and a lot of people who might not know. But if anybody knows about that book, it's hard to get them.
Yeah,
you can find Lobo 1s everywhere. You can find like Matt and those guys from who went to Heroes Con, Biggie. Yeah, they said they saw about like 5 of them, Lobo 1s.
I was surprised how many people were buying the book. It was like Matt got one, Puff got one,
and
Rick Brown got one.
Yeah, other guy got one too. But the problem is, none of them said they saw Lobo 2. None of them. Nobody said. That one is lower printed, harder to get, and then once somebody gets it in their collection, they kind of don't sell it. They don't get rid of it.
Damn.
Yeah. So what I end up doing, I end up buying a 6.0 and then moving a 4.5. I didn't want to let the 6.0 move. You know how step up. I didn't want to. I was like, oh, I don't have the money yet. Well, I have the money, but I'm using money for something else. I said, give me that book 6.0. I'll sell a 4.5. I'll sell it later. That's what I did. And then it was a white pages, so I couldn't pass. I was like, no, give me that.
Well, I'm getting hungry. I don't want to hold y'all here all night, and we can hang out in the back if y'all want for a little bit. But
yeah, I'm just hanging around because my daughter's getting her hair washed because she's getting her hair braided for her birthday. But it's gonna also be for our vacation, because anything and this is like all women, they have long hair. The best thing for them will have long hair if they get in the pools or beach. Braids. It's easy to maintain. No matter what race or whatever. For women, braids are always so much easier. So she's gonna do that. So that's why I'm still up. So
Yeah, don't
I'll
forget about who that's super chat giveaway.
yeah. At the end
You've
of the
got enough of my money as it is.
I gotta add another book because we reached the goal today. So I'm gonna add another raw book.
Look at all them
Another
books.
raw key. I haven't picked it out yet.
Hey, people are catching up to you,
Would you
Steph-O.
quit handling my books so much? I mean, they're just going to be all worn out from you handling them all. My books.
Hey, you got a lot of people entered. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of people. A couple of people have entered, and they got a lot of spots because I was doing a special today because it's my daughter's birthday, saying every dollar that I do get is getting a spot, and it's only today. It's getting a spot, but anything I do collect today, I'm surprising her tomorrow with cash for her. She can save it for our trip when we go to Disneyland or Universal. So I'm not even collecting the money from today. Well, I'm collecting it, but I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna give her.
You're not going to harvest it until you give her the cash.
I'm not gonna wait until July 31st. I'm giving it to her tomorrow.
Oh man, that's so nice.
Yeah. So it's kind of like something a little extra I wanted to do, but also people have a chance to win. So
when's this drawing of this mythical drawing?
It's going to be the end of next month. End of next month is the deadline. So Biggie's doing his deadline for his top 15. End of July. It's the same. My contest is the end of July. That is it. I'll probably work on that probably after the last day because a lot of times people wait till the last day. So I'll probably be working on the list on the last day. And then any new entries on that last day, I'll probably have it ready because I want to do that because that's gonna be. I got a lot of entries to work put on. I got a lot of entries.
Well,
but yeah,
we're gonna get out of here. I might be getting that Superman book from Cali, so I might do a stream tomorrow. I probably will because D's been hitting me up saying he's streaming tonight, and I'm like, yeah, sure, man. So it'll probably be around 7:30 or 8, and I'm getting a Superman 38. Pretty excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah. And you could see us on, Steppo's always on Allen's and Whodats always on Whodats or Tony Sanders Fridays, The Hunt, Bleecker, Church, Club next Friday. And we got a guest as we're going in, but we're still going to wrap up. What up, White Gloves?
Oh, no, I just tried to get in before you left, and I had to sit in the room and not get in like you did last time.
All right, man.
oh yeah. You had left last time. You left, and he was backstage.
Yeah, you just kind of left, and that was it. I just sat there for about 10 minutes.
He says, "Hey, I'm here."
Wow.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Don't forget to enter my top 15, man, and don't forget Whodats super chat giveaway, and we'll see y'all later, dude.
You bet.